Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving into some seriously eye-opening stuff from Privacy Club today to break down the hidden gears of modern data collection. We're going to peel back the layers of how AI, personal data, and modern tech ecosystems interact, and more importantly, what it all actually means for you. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's look at this right out of the gate. Big tech already knows everything about us anyway. I mean, be honest, how many times have you heard someone say that? Or hey, maybe you've even said it yourself. It's kind of the ultimate modern catchphrase. People tend to believe that true privacy just vanished a long time ago. And because of that, this sense of complacency settles in. We just shrug our shoulders and accept it as a normal fact of life.
But here's the thing, and the source material really hammers this home. That exact mindset, it's actually getting super dangerous. Why? Because the vast majority of us literally have no idea just how much data is being scooped up every single day. When we just throw our hands up and say, well, the battle's lost, we totally stop paying attention to how the rules of the game are changing right under our feet.
So let's get into Section 1, the complacency trap and daily data tracking.
Just take a look at these daily tracking targets. It's actually kind of wild when you see it all laid out like this. Your phone is constantly tracking your physical location. The apps you download analyze your behavioral patterns. Websites are quietly monitoring every single click you make. Your smart speakers are listening for voice commands. Even your car is collecting data on how you drive. Add in fitness apps logging your most intimate health info, and social media analyzing your emotions and relationships, and it's just a non-stop, rapid-fire data grab happening from the second your alarm goes off to the moment you go to sleep.
Which brings us to Section 2, the AI connection engine, and how all these dots actually get connected.
Because this is where AI steps in, and it is brilliantly good at stitching things together. Think about it. You make one quick search online. You visit one coffee shop. You buy one seemingly random thing. You say one command to your smart speaker. You like one post on social media. Now in a vacuum, those 5 little things seem totally harmless. They just look like random, disconnected digital footprints. But AI acts as the ultimate puzzle master.
So the crucial point is this. When AI connects all those little scattered footprints, the result is a highly detailed digital profile of exactly who you are. The source explains that these profiles go way beyond just knowing what shoes you bought yesterday. They are sophisticated enough to predict your finances, your deep interests, potential health concerns, your daily routines, and even your future decisions. And the real kicker? Almost nobody actually consciously agreed to have their psychology mapped out like this.
Moving right along to Section 3, the prediction machine and active algorithms.
We are living through a massive paradigm shift in how data works. It used to be that data collection was pretty passive. You picture massive server farms acting like giant digital filing cabinets, storing what happened in the past. That's data for storage. But today, the reality is data for prediction. It's active. Algorithms have basically weaponized it. It is no longer just a record, it's a constantly calculating machine actively designed to figure out what you are going to do next.
These algorithms literally do not sleep. They are constantly crunching numbers to predict very specific outcomes. They want to know what you'll click on next, exactly what you'll buy. They are even attempting to predict who you're going to vote for. They're deeply analyzing what type of content keeps your eyes glued to the screen the longest and exactly what emotional triggers drive your choices. I know it sounds like a sci-fi movie, but this is literally the business model of the modern internet, and a lot of folks are still completely underestimating it.
To put the sheer scale of this into perspective, just look at how far AI recommendation influence reaches into our daily lives. It carves up almost every part of our day. It heavily dictates our news consumption, meaning it literally shapes the versions of reality we see. It curates our politics, our shopping, our entertainment. The source even points out that these systems have a profound impact on our mental health. It's this massive loop where privacy, psychology, technology, and business are all completely tangled up together.
Let's pivot to Section 4, from secrecy to power, and who actually controls all this data.
We seriously need a massive redefinition of what privacy even means today. Historically, we all thought privacy equals secrecy, right? Like keeping a diary locked or hiding embarrassing stuff. But today, the modern reality is that privacy equals power. It's really about who controls the information, who has the capacity to analyze it, who profits off of it, and ultimately, who holds the power to influence your behavior with it.
And right now, there is just an enormous imbalance of power. Everyday users are expected to understand the scale of data collection, but the deck is totally stacked against us. We're facing down incredibly long privacy policies written in total legalese. We're up against hyper-complex tracking ecosystems, opaque AI systems that act like black boxes, and invisible data flows moving between companies that we can't even see. It creates this huge structural hurdle between massive tech organizations and everyday people.
But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Let's hit Section 5, the new awareness and regaining control.
The source material makes a really important point here. You don't need to panic, and you definitely don't need to throw your phone in a lake and disconnect from the world. Technology brings us incredible life-changing benefits. The real issue is just awareness. We have to fundamentally understand the transaction happening here. When an amazing digital service is offered to you for free, your personal data is the currency paying for it. Understanding that real cost is step one to taking back the wheel.
Which naturally leads us to the questions we, as consumers, have got to start asking. If we want responsible data practices, we have to demand answers. First off, why exactly do they need this specific piece of information? Who actually gets to look at it inside the company? How long are they hanging onto it? And maybe the most important one, if I delete my account, is my data actually permanently deleted?
And the interrogation shouldn't stop there. We also need to be asking, is an AI actively analyzing my data to build a profile on me? And is this info being quietly sold off or shared with invisible third parties? When we start asking these hard questions, we empower ourselves to hold these organizations to a much higher standard of trust.
And guys, these questions are absolutely critical right now because the landscape is moving so incredibly fast. AI is accelerating the scale, the speed, and the sophistication of data analysis way beyond anything we've ever seen in human history. The window for us to set the ground rules and demand transparency is right now, while the tech is supercharging the whole ecosystem.
At the end of the day, the future of privacy isn't just going to be defined by the technology. It's going to be defined by us. It requires an ongoing societal conversation about how we balance these 5 crucial elements. We absolutely want technological innovation. We love the convenience of our apps. We need security. We have to acknowledge valid business interests. But at the absolute core of all of that, we have to protect basic human rights. It is truly the great balancing act of our generation.
So I want to leave you with this to chew on. As you go about your digital life, sending texts, clicking links, using all these awesome AI tools, ask yourself, how will society choose to balance convenience and business interests with fundamental human rights in the age of AI? And for you personally, what are you willing to trade for that convenience? I really encourage you to take a closer look at your own digital footprint. Thanks so much for hanging out and learning with me today, and I'll see you in the next explainer.